so expensive, and by discouraging private health care from creating a competitive marketplace we need, it is a federal power grab, and it's just the beginning. They may not have the public option this time out, but they're going to work to get that, and they're going to work to do it in a surreptitious way, not in a direct way. And people need to understand that this is the first step of a road to nationalizing health care, and I don't think that's what people want. Most people get their health care locally, and that's where it should be delivered and administered and finally funded.
Now, there's a challenger in the Republican primary. There are a couple of people running. Kelly Ayotte is one of them, and some are saying that, look, she has a better chance of winning, so why should she be upended in the primary and you be the ultimate victor here?
Well, the issue is who goes to Washington. It needs to be somebody who's got not only a track record, but a commitment to conservative values. And Kelly's a fine lawyer and a fine person, but she's never been involved in a campaign, never run for office. These issues are new to her. We don't know how she'll hold up in Washington.
Well, wait a second. I thought people were all wanted people in Washington who weren't career politicians and hadn't run for office. I mean, I frankly don't care if someone hasn't run for office before, Ovid. That's not something that's all that important to me. I care about the conservative views and the conservative values, and I'd like to know, why she isn't the true conservative in the race. We're going to invite her on as well and see what she has to say for herself, but you can take your shot now.
Okay, well, very good. I do think, though, you have to look at somebody's track record and who they've supported in the past. She wouldn't say whether she supported for Republican governor candidates here in New Hampshire. She was appointed by a Democrat governor to serve in his administration. She supported stimulus. She would have supported Sotomayor's nomination, which I opposed. And there are other issues here in New Hampshire that people can look at to see where her views are with respect to the role of government. And those are not conservative positions. It's one thing to say you're conservative. It's another thing to say you're acting on conservatism. And as a leader of the State Board of Education, we said no to federal money. We were not going to participate with the federal government's, effort to try to bring us into a system where we were going to be part of a federal delivery process for elementary and secondary education. That is what I think people are looking for now, Laura. They're looking for authentic conservatives, people they can count on. And when I asked, what senator she would be most like, she wouldn't say anything. I would be like a Jim DeMint.
I want to also point out that Ayotte was rolled out at a reception that the National Republican Senatorial Committee had, and the reception was hosted by McConnell, Cornyn, and others. And apparently, according to my sources in New Hampshire, there was huge blowback in New Hampshire to say, butt out, D.C., we'll make our own decisions here. And since then, Cornyn and others have backed away. So New Hampshire folks, I spent 4 years in New Hampshire at Dartmouth, and New Hampshire folks are fiercely independent. They don't like being dictated to by Washington, and I think they're going to end up doing what's right for conservatism in the Republican Party because they've seen what's happened in Washington, D.C., and Ovid, from everything that I can see in your track record, your beliefs on everything from the Second Amendment to the so-called stimulus bill, which was a farce from the beginning, to taxes, to, I know your views on term limits, which are wildly popular as well. I like what I'm seeing, and I said I'm going to invite some of these other guys on and see what they have to say. But I am very impressed so far as what I'm seeing about your views, and we're interested in true conservatism. I don't really care about what party you're from or whether you've served in this or that commission or been a politician before. I care what you're going to do for the people and what your track record has been as far as standing up for conservative principles. And I understand that you're ready to sign on to 10 for 10 on our website, our 10 Principles for Victory for 2010.
I've already done that, and I really want to compliment you for trying to come up with a very concise plan that we need to, gather around, because like the Contract for America offered in 1994, we need to start coalescing around some themes that will become a Republican platform easily understood by the people. And if people want to go visit our website, it's ovid2010.com. We're going to continue to roll out issues as we go along here and campaign. It's spelled O-V-I-D-E, Laura. It's got plenty of vowels.
I know you got one of the coolest names out there. I mean, nobody's going to forget you just because of the name Ovid. Okay, that's just I've never met an Ovid before. You're the first one. So hey, we appreciate it very much, and have a wonderful Christmas, you and your family. And I think it's great also as a mother of 2 adopted children. I know you have two adopted daughters as well, and you've done a lot to support the Human Life Amendment to the Constitution, which makes you near and dear to my heart. And so many of the listeners on the Laura Ingraham Show are just getting to know you. Ovid, thanks so much, and I'm sure we'll have you back.
Merry Christmas, Laura. Best to your family.